Hello friends, I Ravi Prakash Deva welcome you in the Postal Export Guru channel. Today I am going to discuss a very important topic regarding GSTIN. I have uploaded one video regarding the process of application for GST on GST portal. I hope you must have seen this video. If you have not seen it, I request you please visit and see this video, the process, step by step process, how to apply GST certificate. Now I will discuss the further important points regarding this GSTIN. Please see it carefully, and I request you to see the complete video. So first thing, that when you have already applied for GSTIN, you have submitted your application for GSTIN to custom department. Now they have scrutinized your application, and they may have some queries, some clarification from your side. In that scenario, they will not approve your application. They will issue you so cause notice, SCN. So we need to check the status of our application periodically, because after the application of GST, the department is providing GST document, GST certificate, issuing GST certificate within 15 days. So if there is any issue, they must have communicate through email ID. You can also check on GST portal. Just I discuss how you can know whether your application is approved or not approved. So for this purpose, I request you to regularly check your email ID which you have mentioned at the time of application of the GST number. The information is also received through SMS that there is some clarification required the GST department. Now on website, how you can check, just I am showing you. You have to visit this GST portal by mentioning www.gst.gov.in, where you have to click registration, and in the clicking registration you will think three you will see new registration, and the second thing which you will see is application for filing clarification. So what we have to do? So we have to go on GST portal and click new new registration, and then there is when you are clicking registration, there are three options. One is new registration, second is temporary reference number, and third is what application for filing clarification. So you have to first click registration and then new registration. Then you have to select TRN, temporary reference number, and the temporary reference number you have received in your email when you have at the time of registering on the GST portal. Then there is CAPTCHA. You enter the CAPTCHA and click send OTP. You will receive OTP on your mobile. Enter the OTP and click proceed. You will get the status of pending for clarification. You will get the information like what is your ARN number, what is the SCN, and pending for clarification is also mentioning against the status. You click this pending for clarification, and when you click this, you will get the so called notice. So this is the process one. that is through TRN. Second, you can also check your status of application, status of ARN. So status of ARN, track your ARN is also available under the segment registration on the GST portal. So these are the three ways to check whether there is any so-called notice against your application or not. Now you have got what is the so-called notice. Now we will see how we can comply it. So for compliance, what we have to do? So first we have to go on GST portal, and then we have to click application for filing clarification. Then when you click this, then you have two options. Number one is ARN, or number two is SCN, so called notice. So if you select so called notice, then put the so called notice number, reference number, or if you select ARN, then put ARN number, and put any one of these, choose any one of these options and click search button. Then after clicking search button, this the message display as modification in the registration application, yes or no. You have to select yes, and then you have to, when you select yes, then the requirement is mentioned there. What is the query, what the information they exact want, or what the document they want. So you have to provide the information, additional information, and upload the required document. And after uploading that, you have to verify it through digital signature or EBC. You select EBC as Aadhaar is everybody, Aadhaar is with everybody. DSC is something costlier. So the people, the exporter who want to export their EBC first time exporter, they may not have the DSC or maybe DSC. So you choose EBC with every person. And when you choose EBC, as you click EBC verification, one OTP will be received on the mobile number which is linked with your Aadhaar. Just enter the OTP and click validate. The success message will be displayed, and the compliance is uploaded. So this is the reason. This is the way how you comply. Friends, please remember, when you are complying any response, you are providing any response against the SCN, please use polite language and some good language you have to use. Now I am going to see it through a screenshot. You go on services, where you have to click registration. In registration, you have to click new registration. You may click your temporary reference number, put the temporary reference number, enter CAPTCHA, and click send OTP. OTP, put your OTP and click proceed. You will get the status of your ARN. Click the status and you will get the so-called notice. Now how we compliance? So go on services, here click registration, go on services, then click registration. You have three options: new registration, track application status, and application for filing clarification. Click here application for filing clarification. Then it will come like that: reference number of notice and second application reference number ARN. Now here you either put the reference number of notice and click search, or you may click ARN and put here search. After that, this type of screen you have to see, and here the query descriptions is there. You have to put the reply of the query, and if you want to put some additional information, you put here. After that, you have to upload the supporting document. Friends, be remember, the document should be a readable one, and size is maximum 100 KB. And then after uploading, you select this, your select this statement that I hereby declaration that whatever be the information I am uploading or giving is correct and true. And then you have to select submit with DSC or submit with EBC. So select submit with EBC, and then you will get an OTP on your Aadhaar linked mobile number, and in that Aadhaar linked mobile put their OTP and click validate OTP. You will get success message. And you have comply, you have uploaded, you have given the compliance of the customs query. So now we will discuss the important point to avoid SCA. So friends, if you are uploading the rent agreement, then ensure that on each and every page the land sign of the landlord and renter should be available. It must be notarized, and the details of complete details of witness available, name and address of the witnesses are there. Then you have to it should be notarized. And if this rent agreement is for 11 months, then notarized is okay. But if it is more than for the period of 11 months, then it should be registered in court, and a stamp duty must be paid. A stamp duty may be 4% around, so you should ensure it. And while uploading the rent agreement, you should upload the PAN number and Aadhaar of the landlord and as well as renter. Okay, and you should see that whatever be the address mentioned in the rent agreement should match with the principal place of business. If it should not match, then there is a query from the GST department. The second thing, there is a electricity bill you are uploading, so see that the address mentioned on the electricity bill must match with the principal address of business, and it should not be older than 2 months. When you are uploading this electricity bill, then also upload the PAN card and Aadhaar card of the person whom name this electricity bill is available. Again, if you are doing a business, then and principal place of business is not registered at your name, and electricity bill is coming from the name of the landlord, then there must be a consent letter. And this consent letter is that it is certified that Sri so and so is using Sri so and so, son of so and so, and address so and so. This address should be as per the Aadhaar, what you are mentioning at the address of the proprietor. So is doing his business, name of business should be mentioned there, and also it should be mentioned that he has no objection of doing the business at this address. It means the address at which is your principal place of business is in the knowledge of the landlord, and he has no objection. Such documentation is required, and it must be notarized. And when you are uploading the consent letter, you must upload the PAN card and Aadhaar card of the person who is giving the consent. Even though the principal place of business is registered in the name of your father, mother, brother, or relatives, then the consent letter is required. And then there is a state specific information for in some of the states like Karnataka, Gujarat, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Maharashtra, Telangana, there is a system of professional tax payment. So in that case, before applying for GST, you have to apply for professional tax certificate, and this professional tax certificate must be uploaded in the place state specific information. Then one thing is authorization letter. If you have a company and there are many directors and you are applying for the GST, then you have an authorization a letter which mention that you are authorized to apply GST on behalf of the company. So these are the important documents you have to remember, and if you taken care about these points, then I hope there should be no SCN and your GST will be awarded within 15 days, and you will get it easily. So please remember this. Now suppose you get your GST number is approved, then you will get received an email from GST department stating that what is your GST number and what is your user ID and what is the password. So what you have to do, you have to first reset your own user ID and password, because default user ID is the GSTIN number. So first time when you are login to GST portal, so you have to change this password now and user ID. So I will tell you what is the process to reset your user ID and password. First you have to visit your GST portal, and in right hand top corner you will see the login option. You click login, and when you click login, the login page will open, and the login page you see that in the bottom, that first time login, you have to log in first time, then click here. So you have to click that place, and after clicking that place, the login page will be open, where there is a provision of mentioning user ID password. Just you mention here the user ID and password which you have received from GST department in your email, and then as soon as you enter the user ID, one captcha will be displayed. You have to enter that captcha, and after entering that captcha, you have to click login. As soon as you click login, the next page is open, where there is a provision to put new username, new password, and confirm new password. So what will be the username? Username should be 8 to 15 character containing alphabets, number, and a special character. Where password should also 8 to 15 character containing lowercase, uppercase, number, and a special character. And it must start with alphabets. Then after entering all these, you have to submit button, and once you submit, your new user ID and password is confirmed. Now we will see through the screenshot. You go to the goods and service tax website portal. Right hand side there is login option. Now you put the username is normally first time, your GST number put here. As soon as you put here username, one captcha will be displayed here, and also the place where you can enter this captcha. So enter password and enter the captcha and click login. As soon as you click login, the next page will be open, where you have to enter the new username, and the new password you have to open, enter, and reconfirm the new password, and then login. And what will you see? You will your password and username will be reset. Then what will be your second work? Your second work will be the download the GST certificate. So how you can download GST certificate? So you have to again visit the GST portal, www.gst.gov.in. Click new services, and there view or download certificate, and you have to click download. Your GST certificate will be downloaded. Let us see through the screenshot. You see here, go on the GST portal. Here is the services, and when you clicking services, the option is view or download certificate. You click this, and the details will be displayed here. There is an option to download it. You download your GST certificate. Now the third important thing, what? First thing, you have reset your user ID password. Second thing, you have downloaded your GSTIN certificate. And third thing, update bank account within 45 days from the receipt of GSTIN. For that, visit GST portal, log in with credential, user ID and password, click services, registration, amendment of registration, non-core fields, click on bank account icon, enter total number of bank account you maintained, and then click new. After that, a page will be displayed, where you can enter the bank account details, enter bank account number, type of account, current / saving, IFSC code, and upload the supporting document. Supporting document means first page of passbook, account statement, or cancelled check having the name of the taxpayer. Click save and continue, and then you will get one OTP on your mobile number. Enter OTP, and once OTP verified, then your account information will be updated. Then what is the next important thing? See it through a screenshot. Go to services, where when you are going to services, here is the option amendment in registration non-core fields. And then when you are going to non-core fields, this type of things is coming on, and you have to click here bank accounts. When you click bank accounts, there is a provision to enter the number of bank account you maintained. Put here one bank. If you have one bank account, put here one. And as soon as you enter the number of bank account you have maintained, add new field is enabled. Click here, and after clicking that, there is a provision to enter bank account, name of the type of accounts, and IFSC code. Then you upload here the supporting document. Choose here first page of the bank account passbook, second bank account statement, and third option is there cancel check with the name of the taxpayer. You select any one of them, browse and upload that. Choose file and upload that. So once you upload it and then submit it, once save and continue, click save and continue. One OTP will be on your mobile number. Click put OTP and submit it. Your bank detail will be updated. Now very important thing, when you have get the GST number, then don't forget to mention it in each invoice, cash receipt or vouchers. Second thing is what you have to display this GST number on the signage at the principal place of your business. And third thing, you inform their GST number to your supplier, so that supplier must mention your GSTIN on the vouchers, and it will help you to getting input tax credit. And whatever with certificate you have downloaded, just frame it and display some prominent place at the principal place of your business inside the office. So these are the very important points which I have discussed. I hope you understand my points, friends. I just want that you must share these things to your friends, so that they also know how to apply GSTIN, what points they should care during the application, and what points they have to do, what things they have to do after getting this GSTIN through GSTIN. These are the very important videos. You must share it, and also you subscribe it, so that you can get the notification of my next video, and you like it. It will keep us keep me uh, keep me active for preparing more video which will be helpful in the commercial export. So many thanks for watching my video, and if you have any confusion regarding this video, any points, then just comments in the comment sections, and I will reply it. Thank you.